Start by tying 3 straws together below the heads, putting 2 on the right side and 1 on the left. Then take another straw and slide it in from the right-hand side, under the outside straw and over the inside straw, to lay on the left-hand side. Then you'll take another straw and slide it in from the left, under the outside straw, and over the inside straw to lay with the other 2 on the right-hand side. And you just want to tighten them up at the top. And on the right-hand side, lift up the middle straw, then take the outside straw and bend it over to the left, and put the middle straw back down. Then do the same thing on the left-hand side, lifting up the middle straw, taking the outside straw and crossing it over to the right-hand side. So then you're just going to continue adding straws only to the right side. So put in another straw under the outside straw and over the other 2, and then you lift up the middle straw and cross over the outside straw to lay on the left-hand side. And then, without adding a straw, you'll lift up the second straw, cross over the outside straw to lay on the right-hand side. And you'll want to do that twice to each side, lifting up the second straw and crossing over the outside straw. Then add another one on the right-hand side, lift up the middle straw, cross the outside straw over to the left, then lift up the second straw on the left, and cross the outside straw over to the right. And then of course repeat that again. And then you'll add another straw to the right. So you can keep going until your weaving is about 4 inches long. You'll notice it starts to curve itself over. You just want to let it do that. So then what you're going to do is you're just going to lift up the middle straw and cross the outside one over, then lift up the second straw, cross the outside one over, and then just bend the last straw over so that all the straws are over on the left. And then you just want to tie them off with a piece of white thread. Leave about a 3-inch tail, and then just chop off the excess. So then you'll take 5 straws and tie them just below the heads around a pencil. And then just lay them out horizontally. Try to evenly space them as much as possible around the pencil. So then you just take 1 straw and bend it over the 2 next to it. And then take the second straw that you just crossed over and bend it over the 2 next to it. Then take the second straw you just crossed over and bend it over the 2 next to it. And then take the second straw you just crossed over and bend it over the 2 next to it. You're just going to keep going around the pencil, each time taking the second straw that was crossed over and crossing it over the 2 ahead of it. And basically you're weaving in a left-hand manner. If you were spinning the weaving, you'd be weaving around to the left. Once your spiral is the same height as the first part of your weaving, slide the pencil out and then just fold all the straws upwards and tie them off with a piece of white thread. Then just chop off the excess straws, and you're just going to tie it to the other weaving. Make sure that the heads are on the bottom with the heads of the other weaving. And then you'll just tie it at the bottom as well. You kind of have to weave the thread through the heads. You want to make sure that it's tying the weaving, not the heads. And then just tie that off. And so finally take 4 more straws, this time without heads. Spread them out evenly, or somewhat evenly. You want to leave a little bit of a gap on one side, and then you're just going to fold the straw across from the gap right into it. Then you're going to take the one next to that and fold it back across. Then you'll take the one next to that and fold it into the new gap. Then you take the one, then you'll take the one next to that and fold it into the new gap. So then you just keep going right around the weaving, each time folding the straw next to the one that was just folded into the gap. And each time you'd be taking the left-hand weaving. If you were spinning the weaving around, again, you'd be taking the left-hand straw to fold into the gap each time. And so you'll just keep weaving like that until your plait is about 4 inches long. When the weaving is 4 inches long, just tie off the ends, cut off the excess straws, and then you're just going to run your fingers along the weaving to stretch it. This changes the look of the weaving. And so then you'll basically just tie it into a little bit of a knot and meet the ends at the bottom to form sort of a pretzel shape, and then just tie them together. And then you'll just tie your little knot right onto the top of your harp. So you should end up with this. And so for the final touch, you're just going to take 4 plain straws and hot glue them on the back side to the harp so that you end up with a completed fairy harp.